Have you ever wondered why there are so few mummies left in Egypt today? Is it because of tomb raiders or natural decay? No. The shocking truth is we ate them. For nearly 500 years, the so-called civilized people of Europe, from kings to priests to ordinary shopkeepers, were obsessed with consuming ancient Egyptian corpses. They ground them into powder, mixed them with wine, and drank them as medicine. This is the dark history of Mummies, the era when Europe became a continent of cannibals. It all started with a simple translation error. In the 12th century, Europeans read Arabic medical texts that mentioned bitumen, a sticky black natural substance, as a cure for many illnesses. But they mistook the word for mummies because the embalmed bodies looked black and sticky. Suddenly, a craze began. Doctors claimed that ground-up mummy powder could cure anything: headaches, stomach ulcers, even the plague. King Francis I of France reportedly never traveled without a pouch of mummy powder. It became such big business that when real Egyptian mummies ran out, merchants started making fake ones. They would take the bodies of executed criminals or beggars, dry them in the sun, and sell them to unsuspecting aristocrats as genuine ancient pharaohs. Just imagine that. A wealthy duke drinking the remains of a 14th century peasant, thinking it was a magical cure. By the Victorian era, the medical craze had faded, but a new, more twisted obsession replaced it. Entertainment. In the 19th century, wealthy English elites held what were called unrolling parties. They would buy a mummy from Egypt, invite their friends over for tea and champagne, and then, right in the middle of the living room, they would slowly unwrap the corpse. It was a social event. Men and women in their finest clothes would cheer as the bandages came off. The smell must have been awful, but they didn't care. They stripped the jewelry from the dead, and sometimes even took pieces of the body, a hand, a foot, as souvenirs to display on their mantles. If eating them and playing with them wasn't enough, Europeans also painted with them. Artists discovered that ground-up mummies created a rich, transparent shade of brown. They call it mummy brown. This pigment was used in countless famous oil paintings hanging in museums today. If you look at a piece of 19th century art, you might literally be looking at the crushed remains of an ancient human being smeared onto a canvas. This practice only stopped in the 1960s. Yes, the 1960s, when the company that made paint simply ran out of mummies. We often look back at ancient civilizations and call them barbaric for their rituals. But history is full of irony. While the ancient Egyptians spent lifetimes preparing their bodies for eternal rest, the Europeans spent centuries digging them up, grinding them down, and swallowing them whole. So, the next time you visit a museum and see an empty sarcophagus, remember its owner might not be lost. They might have been someone's lunch